Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, my company is HelloFromLizMathews, and I am excited to spend some time with you today. This is not going to be your normal video, this is a quilt video because as you know, I have gotten very into quilting. It is a new true passion of mine, and I have some exciting things I want to share with you. This is the eve of me flying out to Quilters Station, which is an amazing quilting store in Lee Summit, Missouri, because Rita, the owner, puts on a cross-stitch retreat a couple times a year. I am a cross-stitch designer and I am one of the teachers there. But with a to-do list a mile long, this being the last thing that I should be doing right now, I knew I had to sit down and film this video because I have been collecting and planning and scheming and just so happy with the excitement of heading to this store and this retreat tomorrow that I figured, why not? A couple weeks ago-ish, a week ago, my friend Liz on FlossTube, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, sat down and did what she called something similar to a whip parade, but it was for quilt, so it was like a quilt parade, and that video was so inspiring. You should definitely go check it out. I will link it in the description box below. That I wanted to kind of follow her lead, and I messaged her and I was like, do you mind if I do that same thing? And she said, please go ahead. So here I am today. I have a lot of quilt stuff to share with you. Hopefully you don't mind that it's not the typical cross stitch and like stitching video floss tube that I do, but this is me. This is what I love, and if it's not for you, feel free to tune back into the next video. If you want to see what I am into big time lately, keep watching. Let's start with a couple quilt tops that I just finished. I've been sharing about these in my regular videos and also on Instagram, but I have two quilt tops to share with you. What's really exciting about this is that my long arm quilters, who are the Keystone Sisters Quilting duo, are going to be at the Quilters Station Retreat that I am leaving for tomorrow. They are taking they're doing the classes, they are attending the retreat, and I cannot wait to meet them. They have been so wonderful and so helpful, and we've been chatting over these past couple months, and they said that I could bring my quilt tops there for them to pick up if I had anything ready, and I do. So I have two pieces. Let me grab them over here for you. Sorry. It's not the best setup. You should see the chaos in the background. I might shake the table. I apologize, but we're going to do the best we can. So here they are. As I mentioned just a minute ago, my friend Liz of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch is a quilter, and she did, I want to say, a 4 or 5 part tutorial on her channel for fat quarter Hourglass remix quilt. That is a hashtag to use if you wanted to do a quilt along with her. And as soon as she showed what the quilt would look like, I think her mom made one first, and then she started picking her fabrics and doing her layout. I was like, I have to do this. And I had some beautiful Rifle Paper Company Christmas fabric that I thought it would be perfect with. So that's what I have for you. I have finished the quilt top. Liz's tutorials were fantastic. I learned so much doing, this is my 4th quilt top, and I have learned so much doing each and every single one. So let me show you what it looks like, and then we can chat about what this piece taught me, in case you were wondering. So let me stand up and give you the full view. It's big. It's so big I can't even get it on screen, but is this what you would consider scrappy? Because it's kind of like the blocks end up wherever the blocks end up. So this is the top to my fat quarter Hourglass remix Sal piece hosted by Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. The reds, it looks like, aren't showing up very true. They are like classic Christmas reds, and I should have said earlier, we are having a stormy day here in Maryland, so the light is not great, but like I said, I really wanted to get this video up. So here we are. Let me show you a close-up of the fabric I chose. It's Rifle Paper Company by Cotton and Steel. So Rifle Designs by Cotton and Steel, I guess fabric printers. And you can see there's like gold foil, I don't know what it's called, gold accents on some of the fabric. And it's just so festive and happy and jolly, and I love how it came together. Let me just get this protected, refolded, so that I can bring it to the Keystone Sisters tomorrow. Okay, so this is the quilt top, and for the backing, I chose one of the fabrics that is in the quilt, and it is again a Cotton and Steel Rifle Paper Company piece, and I think this winter scene is just so nice. So the whole back will have this on it, and I'm hoping for maybe like a holly, or yeah, I would really love a holly pentagraph quilting pattern for the quilting. You can tell I'm still learning all my verbiage. So that's that. And what else did I want to say about this? Oh, so Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, in her tutorial for this piece, she has a discount code for long arm quilting services from the Keystone Sisters. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It is Liz's to give away, but I will link her videos in the description box below. They offered a discount for anybody who was doing the quilt along with Liz and who finished this piece. So be sure to take advantage of that. They are amazing, and I can't wait to see this piece when it comes back. So the thing that this piece taught me is my love-hate relationship with pressing open, meaning your seams are pressed to be spread apart, and also I can't decide if I love or hate it. I love and hate it at different points, you know. But the other thing that it taught me is about bulk, because this quilt in parts has a lot of seams lining up at one point, and it was a learning experience, and I got better as I went. My machine had trouble, or my machine didn't have trouble. I have upgraded. I have a Baby Lock Presto 2, and it is wonderful, but I had trouble getting it to get over all of those layers of seams in some points when I was trying to start there. Liz and Kia gave me some pointers, and it became no problem at all, but you know, I learned a lot. So like right here, you have all these fabrics coming together at that point. And I think it's, wow, this is a rare instance that my points came together in the same spot. That's fine. I am learning who really cares. It's a happy quilt. Nobody's gonna be like, your points don't all line up in the right place, right? No, I don't think so, but I'm really happy to be looking at a good one right here. Whatever. I will get better as I go. With this quilt, with the next one I'll show you, I discovered the joy of a 1/4 inch seam with guide foot for my machine. Wow, I don't think I realized how imperfect all the seams that I was stitching were previous to getting that foot. So you can see these are all perfect 1/4 inch seams, and it's just like such a game changer. So you might be asking yourself, what is this quilt top you're holding, Liz? Well, this is a fat 1/4 mixer pattern quilt. I saw somebody from my local quilt shop's Instagram had like a really simple pattern similar to this that really showed off the fabric very well. It was not complex. It allowed for like big chunks of the fabric from the cotton fabric to be shown. So I was inspired by that, and I wanted to do something similar to that. So I went online and found this free pattern. It is from Material Girl Quilts. It's a 2-page pattern, not super detailed, but perfect for what I needed to do. And I got this quilt cut, pieced together in one day. I probably started working on it about 7 a.m. and was done by 4. And I'm a new quilter, so you could probably bust this out even more quickly. So this is my fat quarter mixer quilt done with Tilda fabrics from the Chic Escape collection. And this fabric line is why I wanted really big blocks. I didn't want really fussy cut details. I wanted big chunks of this gorgeous fabric to be shown. It's another big one. And again, for this, I learned the beauty of my 1/4 foot guide pressing foot, or whatever it's called, which was also so incredibly affordable from Amazon, so I highly recommend. All right, let me get this folded so I can show off the fabric even more. Isn't that so pretty? I just love it. But what's funny about both this quilt and my fat quarter Hourglass remix quilt is these are not the colors I use in my home. They're not what I decorate with in my home, which is really funny. I've made these 2 quilts and I'm like, oh, the fabric makes me very happy, but that's unusual for you. So I don't know. In the next couple pieces I am making, I'm going to try to go for more my decor, but you know, it doesn't matter. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. So that is the quilt top for my fat quarter mixer. And then I got this fabric, which again is in the quilt top, for my back. So, you know, amongst the things I have going on today, getting ready to leave for this retreat, I'm adding prepping 2 quilt backs. Because why not? Because I need to hand them off to be quilted. For the quilting on this, I don't exactly know what I want to go with yet, but it'll be beautiful. And for some reason I look at this and I just think of like my garden quilt. Like I think this would be so lovely outside on a chair in my garden. It's very large though. I probably should have like done 2 half-size pieces. Wouldn't that be so charming and sweet? But you know, another thing I learned. So those are my 2, I guess you wouldn't call them quips because they're done. They're off to the long armors, essentially, packing them in my suitcase, gonna hand them off. But that is what I have been working on lately. And now for you, I'm gonna resituate myself and share with you 3 quilt patterns that I have already sourced all of the fabric for and plan on making. So let me regroup a bit, grab a drink of coffee, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so it turns out I actually have 4 kitted quilt projects, and this is the part of Liz's video that I just loved seeing and was very surprised to find out we have a project similar that we both plan on working on. So I'll show you that in just a second. But when I started quilting not that long ago, like you have seen, there's only been, oh, those are, yeah, 4 and 5, quilt number 4 and 5. Anyway, when I started quilting, I kind of promised myself that I would not stash fabric, because if I allow myself to do that, I will have a fortune invested in beautiful fabric and like just too much of it, and I'm trying not to do that. I don't know how to do things a little. I have to do things a lot, and there's frankly no room in my house for a fabric stash. I could make one, but I'm not there yet. So I've been really careful to kind of buy according to quilts that I have fallen in love with and really want to make. So that is what I'm going to share with you right now. I've got a couple boxes. I don't know how I'm going to keep them organized, but I've got boxes with each project kind of sorted. So let's dive right on into project number 1. This is from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. It is the Block Star pattern. Jenny Doan and the Missouri Star Quilt Company get me all the time when they make quilts on their YouTube channel, like it's a full quilting tutorial, and I'm like, I can do that. They make it seem so simple. So this is one of them that they showed, and Jenny walked you through how to do it, and I love stars, so this is on my list. You can see, you can put a border on it. I'm not big on borders on my quilts. I really like the pattern to go right to the edge. So this is it's on my list of things to make. It is pre-cut friendly, and what's kind of cool about that is a dear friend of mine sent me this gorgeous jelly roll. It is the Flower Pot line by Lella Boutique. I love Lella Boutique's fabric lines as well as her quilts. So my friend Kia sent this to me, and I thought it would be just perfect for this quilt. So I have that, which will become this, and because I am totally prepared, I have also ordered the backing fabric for it. So this will be the back. I don't have enough hands here. It's not quite as yellow as it's showing. It has those subtle little dots. Sorry, the light's so bad in here today. And it is one of the fabrics from within the jelly roll, within the flower pot line. So I just chose the lightest tone to pull out to be the background. And because I do need to use the entire jelly roll to make the quilt, I had to buy some replacement fabric to allow me to pull out the dotted fabric from the background. Does that make sense? I think so. So this was my favorite print from the line, so I added a little bit of that, and that will eventually become my my block star pattern. So I'm very excited about this. You'll see a very star theme moving through all of these quilts, and I haven't made a star yet. We'll see how it goes. It better be as easy as I'm hoping that it is. Next up, which was discovered the exact same way, Jenny Doan shared a quilt tutorial on the YouTube channel for Missouri Star, and I was like, okay, I love that, and I can do it. So this is the Stargazers pattern from Frannie B Quilt Company, and what I love about this is that it's kind of random. So I just think that's fabulous. I buy the PDF versions of patterns whenever I can. I have a nice printer in the basement, so I like this because if I need to mark on it, I can replace it, or you know, whatever. And it's instant. Mostly, let's be real, it's because it's instant. So this is the Stargazer pattern, and the fabric that I have picked out for that is the Laundry Basket Quilt Secret Stash Earth Tone fabric. You can use the layer cake. It is another pre-cut friendly pattern. So I've only selected the print for this one. I need, what is it, a low volume background fabric for this, which you can also use a layer cake for, and I'm hoping that when I go to Quilters Station I can find a low volume layer cake to pair with this. But this is sealed. It's a little bit hard to show you, but I have just recently discovered laundry basket quilts, and I would have to say they are some of my favorite, and you'll see and hear me talk about them a lot in this video because I have a lot of their stuff. So I just love these jewel tones. Wow, okay, if I'm gonna do more quilt videos, we're gonna have to figure some things out. It's like when I try to show book pages. It's not good. It's not good. So I ordered this layer cake from Fat Quarter Shop. They have the speediest shipping, which I love. So that is half of the supplies I need for that. Like I said, I hope to find the other half of the supplies at Quilters Station. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm trying to be smart, but my list is growing. And that's gonna be the third section of this video. So sit tight for that, but that is number 2. Now, speaking of laundry basket quilts, I love Adita Sitar. I could listen to her talk all day. I find her so inspiring and again, so empowering. She makes me feel like I can do it, and I love that. So I follow Laundry Basket Quilts on Instagram. I highly recommend you do too. And she posted pictures of a finished quilt along. It was the summer 2022 mystery, let me get this right, summer mystery 2022 quilt. And I saw it and I was like, oh, I really like that. It's very different than anything that I have ever done. It feels like the most, like, I don't want to say, not purposeful quilt, but like, there's no randomness about it. It's the most very planned. Let me just show you and then you'll kind of understand more what I mean. See, like, every block has to be in its place. There's no randomness or there's scrappiness to the fabric, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. But I saw this and I was like, oh hey, a free quilt along is awesome, because she breaks it down in her blog every week. There's a different block made every week and she has tips and pointers and a video to go with it. So it's still on there. It's not gone. You can do the quilt along at any time. So I am going to start very soon. But let me show you the different colorways she showed, which I loved. Sorry for the glare. And I'll show you the one that I got. I find these different colorways to be really inspiring. I love that one. But this is the one I got the fabric for. Aren't those so good? So I am going to be doing this quilt along. How many times have I said stitch along instead of quilt along in this video? Probably quite a few. That is the plan and I'm pretty excited about it. So as I said, I ordered the fabric from Laundry Basket Quilts. They have great bundles of fabric. Basically add everything to my cart. I will take it all. But this is the fabric bundle for that colorway that I chose. Isn't that totally gorge? Oh, I'm so excited about it. Like, can we, I love it. So I did discover someone on YouTube who has already completed the mystery quilt, and she mentioned that some of these fabrics you use like 8 inches of, despite the fact that the bundle is a yard of each fabric. So I think she would, there's definitely more here than I need. The person who made the video was, I don't think she was pleased, and I get this because this was not cheap, but I'm happy to have this extra stash in my collection. I know I'll use the fabric other places, but I just wanted to pass that along in case I inspired you. That would be amazing. To check out the Laundry Basket quilt along and to order. You don't need the full yard kits, just know that. And then I also had to get some low volume neutral light fabrics to pair with it. So again, Laundry Basket puts them together, puts bundles together beautifully. So I got the Sweet Nothings bundle. I don't think there's enough here for me to complete my quilt because I somehow just purchased fat 8s. I don't know why, but there are some good ones in here. It's a little hard to show because fat 8s are not large, but I'm kind of hoping to pick up more of these neutrals sometime soon so that I can make that quilt. But that is plan number 2. Next up, that's number 3. Last up is the quilt that both Liz and I both had on our list of pieces we want to make. This is the Lella Boutique Starstruck 2 pattern. Again, I got the download from her website, and I just love this because it combines stars, and I guess we're calling the other things snowballs. I think that's what they're called. And I'm really, really excited about this. I just love it. This was made in a print that you can, like, is no longer widely available from Lella Boutique, which is a bummer. I was trying to find it and couldn't. So I have substituted it for a French General fabric, which should come as no surprise to anybody who might know me, because I love all things French. Okay, but that's just a name, like, doesn't matter. But their fabric's really good too, and it's inspired by historical prints. So I got the Vie Boheme print, I should say, from the French General for Moda Fabric. I needed 2 layer cakes, which I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop. They had them in stock. Apparently this is also kind of hard to find. And oh shoot. What I really like about this layer cake is I want to say that nearly all of the pieces of fabric are different. Like, you're not getting a lot of duplicates, and I think that will lend itself really well to this pattern. So I'll get better at this, I promise. I'm sorry, but look how good. Why am I trying? I just love it. So this is going to be used for this, and I'm very happy. So that took 2 layer cakes, which I got, and then Fat Quarter Shop also has French General in yardage, and I got some of that as well because let's see, this is the background. Okay, I needed an all over background, and I needed another fabric to be the little corner stars of all the snowballs. So I chose 2 of the blue kind of all over solids, but because I did that, I had to replace the blue all over solids from my layer cake. So I picked up this in yardage to replace it. So that is my plan for the Lella Boutique Starstruck 2 pattern. What am I gonna start first? What is your favorite? What do you think I should work on first? Do you want to work on anything with me? What are your thoughts? Please tell me. I am going to just share with you one more little segment. It is basically the quilts patterns that I have found, that have caught my eye, that I know I need to make, that I need to source fabric for. Because, you know, I don't have enough right here. So I guess when I said I wasn't gonna stash fabric without a plan, it just meant I'm gonna start stashing patterns and fabric together. Okay, I need another drink. I'm gonna clear these boxes out and we're gonna talk quilts I love. Okay, clean slate in front of me. I have to confess this pile grew considerably last night when I saw that Laundry Basket Quilts was having a sale on their PDFs. We'll save those for later. I have this collection because going to Quilters Station, which I don't know if I told you before, or I don't know if I told you earlier, I have been to before as a non-quilter. That store is amazing. It is huge, and I think it's been rated one of the top 10 in the country several years, and I cannot wait to get in there. So knowing that I was going to such a fabulous store, I wanted to pick out a few patterns for which I could kit up when I'm there. Am I bringing an extra suitcase? Yes, I am. I'm bringing an extra carry-on suitcase so that I can buy the fabric, because Rita's selection and her kind of curation of the fabric in the store is amazing. And as I said, it's funny that the quilts that I have made most recently aren't really the kind of quilts that I would normally pick for my house in a store. I just picked fabric that I was like, oh, that just made me joyful, and those were the quilts I made. And going to read a store that I know that I can find the fabric that will blend with my home decor taste. So I said that I wanted to pick out 3 quilts that I would kit up when I'm there. So that's how this that I'm about to show you happened. So you can tell me what 3 you like and you think I should quilt or kit up when I'm there. Dollar signs are just flashing through my head right now, but I don't care, because they will have the happy memory of being kitted up at this amazing retreat as I'm working on them. And I think everybody needs a creative outlet and something that brings you joy like that. So, okay, let me show you the 2 that I know I want to kit up. Could change, subject to change. I mean, I might find a pattern at Quilters Station that I fall in love with and need to kit up, because I tend to really like quilt books, and if I recall correctly, there are a ton at Quilters Station. So it's funny, Mom and I were talking, because my mom is also going with me. She is also a needlework designer teaching at the retreat. She was like, I think you're gonna need like an afternoon alone there, and I think that she was right, because oh, it's gonna be so fabulous. Okay, these were the things I was thinking about kitting up as of right now. The first is a laundry basket quilt. Laundry basket, laundry basket, laundry basket. Look at that. Now this looks intense, but doable. And I just love that overall radiating look of this piece. It's called Wildflower. And of course, you could order a fabric bundle from Laundry Basket, but I was like, we're going to Quilters Station. Let me see what I can find on my own. So, so we'll see. This takes 35 fat quarters, which is, that's why I'm bringing the extra suitcase, because that's not a little, but how fun is that? I love that there's no border. I actually love the fabrics that the model is quilted in, and we'll see what I end up with. I love this. So this is definitely getting quilted, kitted at Quilters Station. Next up, I have a piece from 101 Fabulous Rotary Cut Quilts book. I found this in an antique store on my way to West Virginia to visit my dad, and I thought, okay, this is full of classic quilts. This was printed in, I think it's 89. Joe and I looked at it. Oh, 98. That's later than I would have thought, because it's dated for sure. The quilts in here are dated, and you know, they wouldn't be done in the same fabric these days, let's just say. But this is the one I found. It is a very simple 1-page pattern. It is called Ohio Stars. Look at this. How simple and pretty is that? Now, I am not a yellow person, but I imagine this done with a pale blue, like homespunny striped fabric with a cream, not white, but like a cream lighter color. And I think it would just be so me and so gorgeous. I love the simplicity of it. Maybe not the simplicity in how it's fabricated, but in the overall look. So this is one that I would really like to make in the near future. I can't get over this is the whole pattern. That's it. That's all there is to it. Good thing I have some quilting friends who can kind of guide me if I'm feeling a little lost. And I messaged them and I was like, can I just tear this page out of the book? Would that be bad? But alas, it's still in the book for now. I guess if I'm going to be bringing these with me to Quilters Station to kit up, okay, I need to think about that. I don't want to bring a whole book. Hello, exactly what they told me. Photocopy it. Why can I not remember that I have that photocopier downstairs? Okay. Next up, we have a couple quilts from the Red and White 2 book. I love this book, although I am not a red person. Red is a color that I do not gravitate towards, but I recently found Susan Ake on Instagram, and she shared her contribution to this book, which is this quilt, and I thought it was just beautiful and could easily be translated into other colors like blue, which is more my speed, and I thought that this was so pretty, and it made it to my list of things to possibly make. Look at that. It's got stars, which you know I love, a little bit of an Irish chain thing happening, which I have done before. So we'll see. We will see. What do you think? There's another one in here that I love, but it's very intimidating. It is by Jessica Dayon, who I also follow on Instagram, who is great. It's the Fireworks quilt. Let me show you what it looks like. Isn't that so pretty? These elongated stars just really like do it for me. I love that. But what's intimidating is that you need, look at that, how beautiful. Oh, I love it. This is what's intimidating to me. Templates. Also, how does that even work? Like a paper template, I don't want to use under my rotary cutter because it will dull my blade. I have seen, okay, let me sidetrack. There's three things I really want to learn in my quilting journey. One, templates. I have seen that a lot of laundry basket quilts have templates available to purchase, which seems genius. Also expensive, but genius. And I would really like to give that a try at some point. They're always typically like triangular shape, to the best of my knowledge. Although one is kind of more organic. I'll show you that in a minute. Templates. 2, paper piecing, English paper piecing and non-English paper piecing. I don't know what it's called. Just paper piecing. I would like to give that a try. And number 3 is triangles. There are some really beautiful triangle quilts that are intimidating yet interesting to me. So maybe in the near future, not like I don't have anything to do right now, I will be brave and try one of those things. But I really, really love this pattern. However, I don't know, scary. Okay. Those were some of the ones that I had before last night when I saw the laundry basket sale, at which point I added 3 to my love pile. One is Miss Daisy. Isn't that so pretty? It's it's a printout. It's much prettier online. You can go check it out. This I think might have like jumped to my kit up at Quilters Station list. It's so pretty, and I love the fabric that they chose. Colorful yet muted. This is one that takes templates. I'm obviously not going to show you everything, but like you can either, what do you do with that? I don't know. Copy them on copy paper? I'm not exactly sure. Or you can buy the acrylic templates for this from Laundry Basket Quilts. So that is Miss Daisy. I love, love, love it. This is the most like, okay Liz, you are going for it quilt. Also from Laundry Basket Quilt Company, it is Honeymoon. How fab is that? Talk about intimidating and in over your head, but I love it. I love it. This is another one that there are templates for, or you can buy the acrylic kit. This gets into curvature. No idea how to do that, but I could learn. I'm confident in my ability to learn and my craft skills. So that is gorgeous, Honeymoon. And then lastly, my latest purchase last night, Cottage Rose laundry basket quilts. Another like teeny tiny in the details piece. Don't they look like spider webs? I just love them. So we'll see about this. It takes a lot of fat quarters, 38 fat quarters. The strips are, I was looking through this pattern, the strips are 1 inch. So they're tiny little strips, but I love that. So all of these are available on the website, and I'm sure that there are helpful videos to go along with them too, because they seem to do that, but I have nothing else to show you. That is it. What do you think? What should I kit up? What are you like, yes, yes, make that. I'm excited for that. I gotta decide. I'm so excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait to get there, to shop, to see everybody, to invest in more quilting material. And I really, really appreciate you letting me come on here and just share my joy and happiness. Usually I'm just sharing it with Mom and Joe. So thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have made any of these quilts, please let me know. I would love to have some more quilty friends. I will be back very soon. I have a lot to follow up on in like the cross stitch world. We had Expo. I still have to go over StitchCon. I have a lot of things I need to follow up on. But for now, I'm gonna get going to pack and prep for this class I'm teaching. But it was such a bright spot in my day to be here and chat with you about all of these goodies. So thank you very much. I hope that you are doing well. And until next time, take care.